I think it'll be helpful if I turn on the microphone. How's everybody doing? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. Hopefully there is sound now, and I'm not just talking to myself. Just let me make sure. All right, there is volume now. That's my fault. I didn't turn on the microphone. A little bit rusty at streaming at this point. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I haven't done this before. I've been hesitant to do this in the past because I don't know how well the results will be or how interesting it'll be for someone to watch. I personally don't think it would be super interesting to watch, but I like doing it. I like building kits, and if you pick certain Tamiya bodies, the body itself may take longer than the chassis. I think this would be the case, at least for me. Last week, actually it's been 2 weeks ago, I painted and put the decals on this Opel Calipra. I think it's called Calipra body. So that's my main body, and the idea behind this TTO2 chassis is that it's going to be a backup car to my TA08 that's using that Opel body. So if you follow me on Instagram or anything like that, other social media, you know that I tried my first race at SoCal On-Road Raceway 2 weeks ago. I think it's 2 weeks now. And I couldn't even start the race because my fault. I got rear-ended and my day was ended with a broken rear upright. That steering arm broke. It's just an arm. It's not a steering arm. And I didn't have a spare part. I've bought a spare part since then. I bought 2 sets. But if I had a backup car that day, I could have stayed there and raced, but I didn't. So when I got back, I just had the idea, rather than trying to anticipate what possible parts that I would need and carry to the racetrack, that I would just have a backup car. I can't afford a second TA08, and I already had this TTO2R laying around. So all I did was, if you watch the shorts, you'll know that I pretty much put a whole bunch of hop-ups on here. The upper arms, front and rear, I put oil-filled dampers, better ones than the stock ones. I put in a new steering rack and some other things that I'm sure I'm forgetting. Oh, the battery holder and also the bearing cover, which makes it a pretty neat looking car right now. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to, let's see, let me set this down somewhere. Today we're going to work on the body for that backup car. And this is the Tamiya Audi 90 Quattro racing body. It normally looks like this. Let me show you a picture. It's on the thumbnail, obviously, but here's a picture of it. Let's see if that's centered or not. Doesn't look like it's going to be centered, but it looks like that. And here's another view from the back. And here's a view of the front grille. Oh, everything's to the left. Okay. I can't tell when I'm on the OBS where exactly the margins are. But so that's the scoop, and there's the rear spoiler, and that's the wheel. I'm not going to be putting decals on the wheel. I am not keeping the wing as in red. I've already scuffed it down, and I plan on painting it either body color or black. I haven't decided yet. That's going to be right when I start painting. So I mentioned that this is for a particular class at my local track, and I just want to show you what the rules are. So I am trying to race in the RX GT class. As far as I know, this is a newer class. A gentleman at that particular track actually started this, and I really like the rules. So this is any four-wheel drive 110 scale electric chassis. Don't need to worry about the wheels because you have to use certain wheels. That's why I'm not putting the decals on. You have a minimum weight of 1,420 grams. You need to use the Hobbywing 21.5 fixed timing motor, just stock ESC. What are the other rules? The wings are pretty particular. You have to use the plastic wing that came with the kit, or they have a few other options that you can use, but it's pretty strict. And the bodies, this is a little bit older. This is September of last year. So these are only the bodies that you can use. It's kind of expanded since then. And it does include the Opel Calibra and this Audi A90. So that's why I've chosen this body. And so let me show you. You notice that the Opel in the Tamiya box is black, but I painted it yellow because it's a lot easier to see when it's on the other side of the track. So starting with the old NSX body, it's been yellow. It's kind of been my color. So I did the same thing with this A90. And so here it is. Let me turn on the fan real quick. It gets warm very quickly when you have the lights on. So freshly painted. Just finished actually tinting the windows this morning. I haven't even peeled off the film yet, so let's do that. So that's pretty much the first step. I am working on a long form video of the entire painting process. I am by no means an expert or very good at painting bodies. I think I do an adequate job, and I think I can help share some of my experience with first timers, I think, which is pretty much has always been my target audience. Somebody who's looking to get into the hobby, somebody who's never built a kit before, and that's why I do the kit building videos. And I have never done a painting body video or stream, and I've definitely never shown anybody. Actually, the Eurotrek, the Fat Fox, I think I did do a video on applying the decals. That was a pain. So let's do that again today. Let's not waste any more time and get started. So if you're not familiar with Tamiya body kits or just bodies in general, if you buy a TTO2 with the body, the manual, there's going to be likely a separate manual just for the body. And so this is the case. I bought just the body. And so first step obviously is to cut it out, paint it, etc., etc. I've already done that. So we're going to be here for applying the livery. And basically there is 2 sheets for this car, which is quite a bit. There are 2 sheets of decals. And we need to cut out each one individually and apply each one individually. So let's not waste any more time and get started. Let me put my glasses on. And so you start with the decals in sequence. So you look for one here somewhere and you start with that. And I tried to find one before the stream started. I couldn't find it. Then I looked at the sheet. That's one right there. And I guess it's not meant to be on the car because it's not anywhere here. So I guess if you had like a display or something, you can put that on the display itself. That'd be pretty neat. So we're going to start with step 2 right here, which is going to be this side. It's going to go right here, and I'm going to try to stay on camera as much as I can. Let me just scoot over. I have to be conscious of where the camera is. I'm trying a different angle because I think this straight top-down bird's eye, you won't be able to see much when I'm applying the decals and stuff. So I thought I'd try this angle. So you guys can let me know how you feel about it. So that piece right there, and then 3 is the other side. But what I want to do is kind of I want to make sure that everything is going to line up. There's not going to be a gap. And to do that, I might, well, let's just get started. Let's not talk anymore. Let's just start cutting. We'll just go along and explain things as we go. So you can, whatever method suits you, you can use that method to cut out the decals. I myself like to use scissors. I think the manual shows a hobby knife method. If I remember, there was a diagram of cutting it out, and I saw a hobby knife. And you know what? You don't have to be perfect. If you don't think you can be perfect, just do it anyway. It's not meant to be perfect. I don't know how many kits I've built already, how many bodies I've painted already. It never comes out perfect. We're human. And, you know, it's part of the fun. You get better, though. Your 10th body is going to look better than your first body. So just keep on building. And keep on trying. These bodies aren't very expensive. I mean, they're $40. I guess it just depends on how you look at it. And you don't need to buy the whole car with it. You can just buy the body itself for $40. They don't come with the wheels, so you may have to buy those separately. But what you can do is to buy a display chassis, which is just a frame, with adjustable wheelbase, basically, you know, width and length, and you can pretty much display any 110 size body that you put together. I actually trimmed this pretty well. Kind of surprised. Before I put that on, I'm going to cut out 4 just to check the fitting. And I'm probably going to cut out 6 as well. So all I'm doing is just trying to cut it as close to the line as possible, the edge as possible. without going over. So if you're watching this, you're probably a Tamiya enthusiast, or you're looking to maybe buy a TT02 and you just want to see what it's all about. If you want to help me out, you can first hit that like button. And then also, if you're not already subscribed, you can subscribe as well. I'm trying to hit 10,000 this year, and I think I will. And to celebrate 10,000 after 7 years being on YouTube, I'm going to buy and build the TRF 421X. So if you'd like to see that, definitely help me out by subscribing. You'll get me there sooner, and I'll build that sooner. And I'm going to live stream that build for sure. It'll probably take me 2, maybe 3 days to build, but that's okay. So there's that. I just want to show you that there's a little bit of space clear there. So I didn't get it all the way to the edge, which is fine. It'll still work. So that is, yeah, that fit is going to be a little bit funny. I can already tell. So this edge might actually be more important than I thought it would be. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This is trash. It's so important to keep a tidy workspace when you're doing this. All right. So I think this will be fine coming all the way to the edge. It actually might even fold over. So I'm not going to be worried about any gaps, I don't think. So the way I do decals is I take one end. Usually it's a left because I'm right-handed. And I line up the left side and I cut out a piece of the backing on the right side. Kind of glue that down, let that set, and then start peeling across. So that's what I'm going to do. So for example, I'm just going to cut out a little bit of this side and line it up over here. And then before I get all the way to the other end, I want to make sure it is exactly where I want it to be. And then set it down. Pretty close. Pretty happy with that. And since you only peeled off a little bit, if I wanted to peel this off and then reapply it, I can. Actually, let me show. If I can peel this, I should be able to peel. You know what? It's good enough. And then I just start peeling this back. You still have to line it up. You can't just like blindly peel off the backing. You still have to pay attention, but it's going to be a lot easier. I can see it's a little bit off right now. It's a little bit difficult because this is a very narrow piece. And very straight piece as well. So there you go. Again, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And that's all it is. None of us are robots. Nothing's perfect. Just do the best you can. If you're watching this and you want to say something, feel free to type it in the chat. You want to say hi. You kind of want to share what you're building, things like that. Go ahead and type that in the chat. I'm going to try to read the chat as much as I can. If I notice it, I'll definitely read it. I don't have a chime right now to tell me there's a chat or anything like that. So again, I'm going to line this up, make sure everything is good, and it looks like I missed it by a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And this looks like it's going to fold over a little bit, so I'm not too concerned about that. And this is normally how I would do it. Just kind of scoot it along as you peel off the backing. And looks like there's going to be a little bit of overlap on the top side as well, which is good. Overlap is good. And right here, I'm just using my fingernail to set the decal. You can definitely use a tool like this, just a plastic, I forgot what this is called. It's a pry tool for electronics, and I'm using this because it's plastic first of all, and the tip is pretty thin. And this is just how I use it, just like that. So if you have something like this, it's very helpful. Alright, so again, I'm not switching back and forth to the other side, which the number sequence is. It doesn't go 2, 3, 4 here. It's actually going to, I'm doing 2, 4, and 6 now. And then I'll go to the other side. It gets very messy quickly when you're doing this. So let's try to find 6 is that middle piece. I don't know why they would do that. Let's see, I'm going to cut around. And while I'm in there, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out 7 as well. I'll just cut both out. I'm already here. So 6 and 7. So when you're cutting it out, you definitely don't want to cut out other numbers. Like, for example, this 28, I cut around it. Otherwise, you may not know what that number is going to be when you get to that number. And you'll have a little bit more difficult time figuring things out. So just be careful, something to look out for. And these scissors could be sharper, but I think it's adequate. And the sharper the scissors, just like in cooking. When you're doing food prep, the sharper your knife, the easier it is, and actually the less likely you're going to hurt yourself with a sharp knife. It's kind of counterintuitive. When you have a sharp knife, it just does what you intend it to do. Less likely to slip out of your hands. So, sharper your scissors, the more likely you're going to make a clean cut. So I'm after number 6 here. I don't know how long the stream is going to take. It may take like 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't know. When I did the Opal body, it took the whole day, but I start and stopped, you know, so I don't know exactly how long this is going to take. I would imagine it would take at least 2 hours and probably more. So let's see if it's like this or is it like this. I think it is more likely to be this way. First of all, I want to make sure I have 6. Yeah, 7 is still there. So this is 6. I'm going to say it's going to be this way because of this curve right here. And this line on the body, this crease line, is straight. So I think that's going to line up with this decal right here. And I think that's the lineup I'm looking for. So for something like this, just a straight narrow piece, kind of same width, you can also cut out from the middle if you want. All right. I didn't realize there's that much of a lag on the stream. Right now I'm watching the stream over here and I'm barely just putting down this piece. I haven't even cut out this piece yet. So that's quite a delay. I wonder why that is. I don't think I have that big of a delay set. I think eBay. I think YouTube just doesn't want to show my stream. Maybe. So there we go. I'm actually a little bit high in terms of the alignment here. I don't know if you can see, there's a line there. There's a body line there, and I want to line up with that. I want to get it as close to that as possible. Let's go a little bit higher. And yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And I'm just going to peel this off slowly as I go, making sure the decal stays with that line, and I am way off. That happens. Don't worry. I'm still a little bit off, so let's do that again. Okay, that's a little bit better. That is pretty good. This is not easy. I'm gonna have to peel the whole sticker off to line this up properly. I hope I'm not too low because I'm still following that line. You can still see that line if you're looking at a particular angle. Nobody wants to chat with me today, huh? Feel free to ask me anything. Except politics. Don't want to talk about politics, but you know, anything RC car related, I'll be happy to talk about it. Is there any kits you're looking forward to? Actually, Tamiya pretty much put out everything it was going to release this year already. But if you have something that you're looking forward to, a kit that you're looking forward to, we can talk about it. It doesn't have to be Tamiya. I build other kits sometimes. Actually, a lot of times. All right, so now let's go ahead and do the other side. Excuse me, I had to cough there. All right. So let's go ahead and do this side. I did not do a great job of cutting the body line as I did on the other side, apparently. And good thing I saw that. And I also didn't do a good job painting this side either. I don't know if you can see, it doesn't really show up on camera, but you can see a different shade right here. It's a little bit darker, it's a little bit darker right here. That's because the yellow, with very light colors like yellow, white, you know, things like that, the colors are not opaque. And I did like 5 coats. It still isn't completely opaque. Actually, you can really see that curve right there, can't you, on camera? And I backed it with white, and I guess I should have backed it with white a few more times before I put on the silver, and that what's kind of showing the darker side is pretty much the silver. Decals hurt my feelings. Hey, you know what? I understand the pain. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, decals can be more challenging than the kit. So one of the topics I want to talk about, you know, in a long form video is choosing a TTO2 for beginners. And one of those considerations is the body, which body you choose. I mean, you can find a really cool GT3 Supra and with lots of decal. I think the best example of that is that orange Supra with all the logos and everything, and the different, there's so many decals on that car. I wouldn't do that for your first RC car unless you're very good at arts and crafts and you're kind of used to doing those things. I think if you came from like a model building background, you probably can handle that pretty easily. Modeling is a lot smaller than a 110. So if you can do those decals, I'm sure you can do 110 decals. Like that. I want to welcome everybody watching the stream. Thanks for joining. I am putting together the body kit for a Audi 90 Quattro racing body. I started just maybe, how long ago? 30 minutes ago. I'm not very far along yet. So thanks for watching if you're here. And I will make some mistakes along the way, as I always do. And we can share those and learn from them together. So let's see. Yeah. Excuse me again, I have to cough. What was I saying? I'm by no means an expert. I also said that in the beginning of the stream. If you have any tips and tricks for me, I would appreciate it. I'm just doing the way that I know how to do it. And I don't want to say I've been perfect or been very successful with it. But I think I do okay. The bodies I put together do look pretty decent. They're nowhere as perfect as the box, obviously. But it looks enough like the box that I'm happy with it. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Actually, that decal really straightened out the body. All those curves went away. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to take a quick break in a little bit. Not yet. Not yet. Quick break. I have to say bye to somebody in a little bit. And when the garage opens, it kind of makes a big sound. I don't really want that on the stream. And since I know when they're leaving, it's preventable. What time they're coming back, I don't know. So I can't prevent that. But on the way out, let's take the opportunity, go use the restroom. Quick 2-3 minutes. And then I'll come right back. Not yet. I will let you know when I do. I think within like 7 minutes, I will take a quick break. I've already had lunch. I have nothing else going on today, so I'm going to hopefully stream until I'm done. I don't anticipate anything extraordinary to happen to prevent me from finishing this today. So we'll see what happens. But thank you for watching me. I appreciate it. And if you want to hit that thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it. It tells YouTube that you're enjoying this and that other people might be interested in it as well. And they can recommend this to more people, and more people can join us. And more people join us, the closer possibly I will get to 10,000 subs, and then I can build the TRF 421 and share that with everybody. So it's a win-win if you hit that like button. Thank you so much. And if you want to yourself help with the subscriber count, you can hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't already. I want to thank you for that as well. So let's go ahead and I think this side landed pretty good. I don't think I need to do too much. Yeah, this side landed pretty good. And I'm pretty happy with that. And again, I'm using this this plastic tool here to help me flatten the decals. And let me cut out the next piece. I wish I had a chime for chat so I don't miss it, and I'm not ignoring you guys. I definitely want to interact with you guys. It seems like there's at least a 30-second delay in the stream. So it's not like anybody's going to be stream sniping me. I don't know how to turn that off. I wish I knew how to shorten that. It's probably one of the settings. Just shrink it down to maybe like 5 seconds at the most. I don't really need a 30-second delay. Not worried about stream snipers, right? And if you don't know what a stream sniper is, it's basically a term they use for streamers who play video games, first-person shooters especially, where knowing where somebody is on the map gives you an unfair advantage. And so that's my cue that the person is leaving, and I need to go say bye, I think. No. My phone updated for no reason. Okay. All right, but I think it's going to happen soon anyway. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break right here. 5-minute break. I'll be right back. I'm just going to say bye to somebody on their way out, and then I'll come right back and finish. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's continue. We're working on this piece, which should be 7. So yeah, it's on this side. It's right here. And we're trying to line up the top of this to that line right there. And I noticed I didn't do the best job cutting this. So there we go. This is going to be a challenge. I already know It's probably going to be harder than the opal that I did, because those opal stickers were pretty big, but they didn't really line up with anything. It's not like body lines or anything like that. This actually reminds me more of the Celica rally body that I did, where the livery is actually big blocks of color that you pretty much have to do perfectly. Let's see. How is this? How is that? Placement is... it's okay. I can go maybe just a little bit to the left. That looks pretty good. Let's see if I can keep the top of this decal on that line as much as possible. Is there anyone out there who actually enjoys applying decals? I don't want to say I enjoy it. I mean, it's not a big deal anymore. I used to hate it. But now, I mean, I'm proficient at it, and it's a little bit fun when you know it's going to take all afternoon. So you just put on a YouTube video, whatnot, or your whatever Netflix series you're watching, and kind of just do it along, and then it takes me almost the whole day sometimes. Last one, it took me the whole day. That opal literally took the whole day to do. But I was on and off. I didn't sit there for, you know, one long session. Went to have lunch and whatever not. And it took the whole day. And again, don't worry if it's not perfect. We're not robots. Just do the best you can. Whatever you do today, however it comes out, is going to be better than not doing it at all. So just give it your best effort and go for it. Don't be afraid of decals. You know, don't worry about not being able to cut these out perfectly or place them perfectly. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know? I think just the attempt itself will kind of set you apart from everybody else already. It doesn't matter how bad I put out a body. When someone's walking by at the track or whatever, and they look at it, it's like, oh, that's a pretty nice body. And I do the same thing with other people's body. You can't tell if they made a mistake. You just can't. When you're just casually looking at it, you say, oh, that's a good looking body. And that's all I can hope for. So this livery is actually very interesting. The next piece is number 8, and I think that's going to be a pretty big, gnarly piece. It's going to be this one right here. And it's only the gray. And I'm a little concerned that they're not all going to line up on a straight line up here. So let me cut this one out first, and then we'll go from there. You ever ask yourself what you got yourself into? That's what I'm asking myself right now. What did I get myself into? Why am I choosing to stream this live instead of just doing it in my own leisure? I'm starting to doubt myself if this was a good idea or not. Right when it's starting to get tricky, start thinking about making mistakes on camera, but you know, like I was just saying, even if you make a mistake, still better than not doing it at all. So we'll go for it. So I'm going to make sure after I cut this out that I don't throw the remainder away, because obviously there's a lot other decals there, and I'll make sure I set that aside in a prominent place facing up so I know that the decals are there. Sometimes this has happened to me. I kind of set aside stickers that I had to cut out that I'm not using yet, and then later when that time comes I can't find it. That's happened to me several times. So try to be really careful about where I put kind of leftovers like this, and I'm just going to set it over here. I can definitely see that. If I keep it over here, it's going to get shuffled around, especially if they were smaller. All right. So Tamiya is really good about this, I just noticed. They left a little bit of the other colors right here on this piece so that there's a little bit of overlap. So if it's not 100% perfect, it's fine. So I'm going to guess this is going to line up with this wheel well right here, and then with this decal right here like that. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the way it goes. And it looks like I cut out the wheel well decent enough. But before I do that, I'm going to cut out 10 as well. And I believe that's this piece right here that I set aside. Excuse me again, have to clear my throat. And so we just keep chugging along. And it looks like it's never going to end, and then all of a sudden you're close to the finish line. So again, I'm going to set this aside face up in a prominent place so I don't lose them. And let's see how I did. A little bit round corner right there. Okay, so this piece, I believe, is going to be right here. And I want to make sure these are going to line up best as I could, and how much I'm going to need to overlap. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Okay, I'm going to just cut this piece out just in case. It's right here. It's right here. So this is 12, which is this. Yeah, 12 is right here. I'm just being ultra cautious. These big panels are actually harder to deal with than the small ones, because you're looking for alignments on multiple sides. I think Tamiya does a pretty good job of printing these decals and showing where they go and where the alignment is. I think they do a pretty good job. But you should still test fit them, and I'll show you an example why. I did not do that last time. You see that little black corner right there? That is supposed to line up with this piece, but since I did not dry fit, I think it was this bottom piece, probably this piece right here, this long piece that goes across. I didn't test fit that with the other ones before I set it down, and that's what happens. This kind of vertical piece is supposed to be right where it is, but this notch here is supposed to line up with this, and same on both sides. So it's better to kind of test fit everything if you can, if you have the time and the patience. And that's what I'm doing right now. I believe it's this way, right? Which way is it? Oh, it's this way. Straight. Okay. All right, there's going to be a little bit of overlap, so we'll just go from there. So I think I'm going to cut this end just because I think that's going to be a little bit more important to line up. I definitely don't want a gap there. Just going to cut a little bit off and line that up. Okay, I think that looks pretty good right there. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe it's a little bit off, but I think I'm happy enough with that. And I'm going to peel this back slowly because there's a little bit of a hump here. I'm going to make sure I press this down as I go. There is a little bit of flex to these decals, so you don't have to worry about bumps like this. Oh, someone's back already. And that's the garage sound I was talking about. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but that is the garage sound. I want to avoid that as much as possible. But like I said, I don't know when they're coming back. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure this lays as flat as possible and kind of press it down as I go. It's not perfectly aligned with this. There's a crease right there, but I think I'm pretty okay with this. It's a little bit off, but it's okay. I think this end looks pretty good, so I am not too upset about that. And here's that red piece. And what I want to know is how much overlap I want with these two pieces. Let me look at the real picture and see, well, the real decal of the picture. And let's see if I can, because I'm wondering about this little corner right here, where it goes. So it doesn't really show where that line is, where this line goes. Maybe it just tucks in there under the wing. I guess we'll find out. But that line will line up. And more importantly, okay, it does kind of overlap to the back here, to the back right here. So that's pretty much what I was looking for. So I think I'm going to overlap this pretty much on the line. like this. And then, and whatever folds over will fold over. And I think I'll do this end right here. The wheel well side. And I'm going to line up this black line and that red part right there. And let's see how that is. I think I missed it a little bit. Alright, let's try again. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. This line is not going to line up, unfortunately. Like I said, there's a little bit of flex on the, there's a little bit of stretch on the decals themselves, and sometimes it just doesn't line up perfectly. But I think that's passable. I think that's pretty good. Oops. I think I completely missed that, but there you go. I think that's pretty good. It's so difficult to stream. So many things to worry about. I don't know why I do this to myself. For this piece, I think I'll just do one end. Sometimes with a piece this big, I would do kind of the center. But since the alignment on this line is so important to me, I'm going to go this way. Instead, okay, this needs to be a little bit better down here. I can see a little bit of yellow. And yep. There we are. There we go. Oof. Apologize for all the ads. Don't really control them. YouTube just throws you to ads as, you know, whatever they feel like. But it does help the channel, so I appreciate you guys hanging in there and watch the ads. You can look away if you want, but it does help me. The ad revenue does help a little bit offset the cost of these kits. So this line I'm keeping really nice. This is not as clean. It won't matter because there's a window frame decal that is going to go here. So I'm not too concerned. excuse me. And then there's one more piece, and it's going to be this right here. I'm just going to clip that. Set this aside. Should be that right there. So this piece 30 is something I don't want to lose. And I will lose that very quickly. So I'm going to cut around and get 14 out of there. All right. There we go. I think this is a perfect square. I mean perfect rectangle. I'm not seeing any curves here. So I don't think it's going to matter if it goes this side or this side. I could be wrong. We'll find out. Okay. So there's quite a bit of overlap, which is good. There's like 1.5 millimeters of overlap right here with this decal, which is awesome. So I'm just going to worry about this side then. So let's cut a little piece off of this side. And just make sure this is lined up with the wheel well. And also the bottom with the red line. I'm pretty happy with that. It's a little tiny bit off right here, but I'm not going to worry about it. So that actually came out pretty good. This edge right here just doesn't want to stay down. The adhesive isn't strong enough to make this little overlap here. I wonder what kind of glue I could use to, or maybe I can just trim it off. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't have that problem on this side, I don't think. So let's do the other side, and it's going to be, let's see, 7. I think I did 7, so it's 9. So I think it's going to be the opposite side now. I think it's going to be everything on this side. Yep, so it's going to be these 4 pieces actually. So let's go ahead and cut those out. See, how far are we in the stream? Okay, it's been an hour. Okay, not too bad. Making good progress, I think. Easy to make progress because the decals are so big. I know this is going to be 15, so I'm not going to worry about that number. And let's cut these guys out. Let's see. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, a long weekend for for me and for some people watching, I think. And Memorial Day is usually the kickoff to summer, especially if you have kids in school. So if you have anybody got plans for the summer, going anywhere interesting, doing anything RC related, this summer I'm going to try to get as much racing in as I can. I'm going to even try night racing because it's going to be cooler. It won't be crazy hot. I am here in Southern California and it can get hot here. I'm having the same lip problem right now. So we'll figure that out. So again, it's going to be right here. And where it lands over there, I'm not too concerned about. So let's go ahead and get this going. Way off. Okay. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Okay, there. Now I'm happy with it. Again, I'm pressing as I go. I can see a little bit of yellow right there, but that's okay. I'm committed now. I can see a lot of yellow there, unfortunately. I am not happy with this placement. Yeah, I'm not happy with that placement. I'm going to have to peel it off. I'm going to have to peel it off and do it again. You really shouldn't do this, but because you're stretching the decal. But I was just off by more than I can tolerate with my OCD. Yikes, what happened? Yeah, see, the decal stretched a little bit. And now I'm way off. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's why you shouldn't stretch the decal. That's why you should let it go when you're off. I don't listen to myself. I think that's part of the problem. I don't listen to my own advice. There we go. Okay, I think I saved it. I think it looks okay. It's not terrible. Okay. All right. I just had somebody type a comment in one of my shorts about the TTO2. It was not good. It was not a good comment. They're not singing its praises. It's fine. It's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. and I try not to engage with negativity too much, because you are not going to change their mind. I'm not going to change his mind. So even if I came up with a very logical argument about why I think the TTO2 is an excellent chassis, he's not going to listen. So we'll just let it go. I kind of think this end is a little bit more important. Yeah, it's not perfect at all. It's not even close to perfect. So there you go. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, almost cut the decal there. I'm going to blame it on everything but myself. No, I'm just kidding. That's going to be okay. I think that's adequate. It's definitely not perfect, right? But I think that's pretty good. This wheel well can probably use a little bit of a trim. And you can see a little bit of yellow there, but I can always trim the wheel well if I wanted to. But again, when you're looking from here even, can you tell? No. Okay. So let's work on this piece. Not very chatty today, huh, everybody? Would love to hear if you guys are working on anything, if you're building a kit or anything like that. Why in the world would you watch somebody put on decals? Let me know. I was surprised that when I put this up to a poll, if anybody would be interested in watching me put on the decals, the livery on this, it was 100% yes. It was only 8 votes, but it's still 100%. Nobody voted against it. I was like, okay, well, I need to do this anyway, so why not? I haven't streamed in a little bit, so why not get back into it with something that's pretty easy. It's easy to me, but it's definitely not easy. I think building the kit is pretty easy. All right, here we go again. I'm going to line it up down here. As much as I can. I can see a little bit of yellow. It's so easy to see yellow, and that's probably why I painted it yellow. But it's also easy to see if there's a gap. I think that's going to turn out okay. So I'm looking at this right here and see, okay, right there I need to start. Right there is when I need to start pulling this decal closer to this line right here. Okay. kind of maintain its trajectory of following this decal. And I might have overcorrected it a little bit, but it can be resolved. I overcorrected a lot. You definitely shouldn't be doing this. This is not the correct way to put on decals, but it is what it is. I kind of want it the way to be perfect as much as possible. And it's definitely not perfect, so we'll just live with it. Yeah, that's going to bug me. That's okay. It's straight down here, so I'm happy with it. You won't see this, I don't think. I think there's a decal there. I think there's a big decal right there later. Yeah, there's going to be something right here. So I'm not... Wow, that is off by a lot. Yikes. Okay. That is a lot. Look at that. Look how... That's like 2 millimeters. How did that happen? Oh, it's very obvious. Oh my goodness. Oh, well. Oh, that's going to bother me, but it's okay. Just move on. So where are we? And we just finished this side, which is... Oh, there's this piece. You know, I just noticed there's one side that is a little bit curved. I think that's the wheel well side. I think even if I had 2 of this body and I am able to recut the decal and do it again, get a second chance on every single decal, I don't think I would still get it perfect. I still wouldn't be making mistakes. So why worry about it? Oh God. You know what? I can't even look at this. I can't even look at this. This is my OCD rearing its ugly head. And I'll probably regret this later. Yeah. I'd rather have a crease than terrible alignment. Like I said, I couldn't even look at it. It was bothering me that much. Oh my goodness. Are you as anal retentive as me? Are you as OCD as me? Do we need to go into therapy and talk about it? Yeah, I probably made it worse, but I literally couldn't look at it. Oh, see, now there's a big crease there. So is that big crease better or worse? What do you think? Do you think this crease right here is worse or better than complete misalignment? Let's see if I can get this out. Streamer descends into madness over a decal. I think it's going to be the headline tomorrow. That nobody's going to read. Alright, okay. Alright, I can live with this a little bit better than that giant misalignment. Okay. I probably should have left it alone. Oh. There's a glare here, so it looks like this is very visible, but it's not. It's... Oh god, I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's definitely worse than before. But at least it's lined up. I should have left it alone. But there's a little bit of a window to my OCD. Hello there. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Have you taken your nitro out yet today? Emax, right? Did you watch me descend into darkness just now? Being OCD about alignment? I pretty much almost lost my mind right there. For centimeters. And I'm about to do it again. Oh god, this is so bad. Ugh. All are down. What? All the cars are down? Are you serious? What did you do? How did that happen? How did you knock all your cars out of commission? So when I'm taking pictures later, I'm only going to show this side. I'm not going to show this side. That's okay. This is the scar from my madness. What are you going to do? So I'm 15, so let's find 16 and 17. 17's here. So 16 should be this middle piece. All right. What happened to all your cars? 16 is this piece. How do you knock out all your RC cars? And did you do it just in your backyard, or you took it out? S-Max needs new sleeve. Stampy needs a new one-way. Other needs work and crap. Lots of progress. Hey, it's a good weekend. Long weekend work on your garden. Are you planting food or just flowers? Because this is May is like planting season, right? For for a lot of stuff, vegetables and stuff. I, for some reason, watch a lot of farming content, even though I live in the suburbs and there's probably no way I will ever become, well, I wouldn't say that. I would love to get some acres and start a little bit of farming. Not hardcore farming, but I would love to have maybe like 2 or 3 acres, have a few animals, have a vegetable garden, stuff like that. I would love that a lot. 24 and 22. A lot of food. Play farm. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not. I will play it all day then I won't get anything else done. That happens quite a lot when the new Call of Duty comes out. I usually play frantically for like a couple months, and then I have to completely uninstall it because it's ruining my life, kind of thing. I'm that kind of person, so I go through that cycle. Right now I'm waiting for Modern Warfare 4, I think it's going to be called, because there's a game mode in there that I really like, called DMZ. I don't know if you know what that is, but I'm a big DMZ fan. I do not agree with this color. Am I cutting this wrong? Did I cut the wrong piece out? Because why is this? Look, let me look at the pictures. So the red is up front on both sides, so it should be like this then. Okay, I think it's like that. Yeah. Okay. So this is 16. I'm holding 16, so is it right? Oh, okay. I think it's right there. Because there's a crease there that follows that. Okay, so that's that piece. So what is this piece? How does this piece work? This is 22 or 24. This is 24. 24 is right here. I'm guessing like that. I'm guessing like this. This would make sense, all right? So where does this go? Oh, brother. Let's see. 17. 17 goes like this. And it goes over the hood with this line. With this line right here. Right? Off the window. "17" lines up here. Yeah, the line is here. And it goes over here and touches the headlight. So it should be like that. But I think it's part of the hood line like that. Okay. So I'm missing something. Oh, 22 is right here. So what did I cut out? What did I cut out? 20? Did I cut out 20? Oh well, let's cut it. Let's cut this out and then we'll see. Some stupid ads. You gotta... This is my backup RX GT car for the TTO2R. I think I mentioned I got knocked out on the Discord server. I think I mentioned I got knocked out before the race even started for me, and I didn't have the spare part. So I wanted to kind of have a backup car from now on. So that's why I am making a new body. Okay, so this makes sense. This is 22. It's going to look like this, right? 22 makes a whole ton of sense. I think even 24 will make a whole ton of sense. The only one that doesn't make sense is this piece. Wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. Is it like that? This piece is 25. 25 is this piece, so this is 22. This is 24. So let's grab 20 and see how that lines up. This is 20 right here. Yeah, I got hit from behind and it just broke my rear upright. Completely sheared off. Which was unfortunate, because that would have been my first race in like 5 years. I haven't raced in... I looked at the old videos and see when the last time I raced, and it's been 5 years. I mean, I've practiced on the track here and there, but definitely in a race format, it's been a long time. Okay, so this lines up with that, okay? This lines up with that. This lines up with that, and this lines up with that. Okay. So, what do I know? I know that this is going to line up with the wheel well, and it's going to go right here, more or less. I think there's a line for me to follow here. So I'm pretty confident about this piece. Yeah, pretty confident about this piece. I think. There's a line here for me to follow. Yeah, there's definitely a line here for me to follow, so I think I'm comfortable here. Yeah, I think you should just build your own track. You have the space. And you said you had the farm equipment too, right? You had the heavy equipment to do it. What do you need, like a backhoe or something like that? I forgot what you said. Oh God, more ads. Oh, brother. I apologize from the for the ads. I have no control over when the ads pop up. Feel free to look away when an ad pops up. The ads running does help the channel, so thank you. But you don't have to watch it. You can definitely walk away and come back when it's over. Oh, I guess they don't go on the same time, right? I guess. Skid steer, nose computer previous on the left. That does not like to start. Well, that's a challenge. You like engines. That should be fun for you. Have you heard of the Barn Brothers? That YouTube channel? That's pretty much, that exactly reminds me of that right there. Oh, a tractor doesn't start? No problem. Let's use some starter fluid. That's like their #1 shtick is starter fluid. Let's see if there's spark. Oh, there's spark. Let's try some starter fluid. It's hilarious. And they always try to fix these small engines, and they do it most of the time. Yeah, I don't know if you know that channel, but it's interesting. And they have a really nice Mustang. Oh, I forgot what it's called, like a Mach 8 or something like that. Whatever it's called. I want zip ties and bias. Oh, okay. I'll look that up after the stream. This looks pretty funny. There's a lot of overlap here, and I'm a little bit confused where this decal goes. I am very confused. I'm pretty sure I'm messing this up, but if you don't mess up, are you really trying? Yeah, is it fold over? This fold over to this edge right here of the lamp, so it should be like this. Okay, at least I figured that out. Now I'm not sure if I want to. Now that you said it like that, I'm not sure if I want to now. Okay, so I think that is the correct placement for that decal. Yeah, it goes up to this line and the headlight. Oh, geez. I think you can see that. I think you guys can see that. And how does that go? All right. Okay. I think I'm just going to commit to this and then see what happens. It does look like, though, it covers the entire... It does climb this. It does stay within this, this rise right here, though. Okay, so I think that is correct. Not 100% sure. I think this is correct. Okay, now that that is correct, how the heck does this go? Okay, we know that piece works. Now, where's that piece I just cut out? There it is. Okay, so it's like this. And okay, so this piece is going to be the middleman, I guess. I think I should worry about this piece more than that piece. Because this line there's a black line there, it overlaps. So I think I should worry more about this piece than that piece over there. Are you doing anything this weekend? Are you doing anything related to RC? Are you traveling? Can anybody afford to travel anymore with the gas prices being so high? Oh, crap. I shouldn't have done that. I haven't placed the other one yet. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I did. Oh, it lines up. Okay. I guess I did okay. Nope, I did not. I did not. I should not have placed that one. Now they're stuck together. And misaligned. This is like, how badly can a streamer screw up the decals stream? Are you doing anything RC related this weekend? Are you going anywhere? Why is this side perfect and then that side? Look at that. Why is that? How does that even happen? Oh my goodness. I don't even know how that happened. This side lines up. Oh well. It's one of those mistakes you won't notice later on. It is what it is. Oh, hi. Are you from Brazil, Paulo? Hi, you can use water. Same position decals, and these are sticky decals. These are actually stickers. It doesn't require water unless that's a special trick. Oh, I have another piece I need to put in. Hold on. Oh, there it is. That's a big piece. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you later. Go have fun shopping. I hope you hit that like button though before you left. Maybe you didn't. It's okay. We'll chat later in the Discord server. But thanks for stopping by. Alrighty, let's just keep moving on. Let's not worry too much about how perfect it is. Unless we want to be here till 6 o'clock. Like I said a little bit earlier, even if I had 2-3 sets of these decals, and I can redo them over and over again, I will not get this perfect. So just keep moving forward. This is number 30. I'll save that, put that aside. Let's clean up a little bit here. I have all these pieces that I need to, all this stuff I need to throw away first. All right, let's continue. Man, this is more difficult than the Celica. These big patches are hard to line up perfectly. Oh, geez, scared me for a second. I thought the stream froze. This is not water. Water after dry would be perfect. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, I'll try that. I'll try that next time. I'll try that with maybe a square decal on the next kit or something. Just off camera, and then I'll see if it works. I'm sure it works. If you're telling me, I'm sure it works. I just never tried it before. What kind of soap? Just regular dish soaps? Dish soap? Like Dove, Palmolive? Something like that? Okay. That's good. Do you have a Instagram or a YouTube channel, Paulo? Something. You can post a link here if you want. I'll check it out and I'll share your work if you want. think this piece was right here. 21. It's almost 3 o'clock. I think I'm going to need to take a bathroom break soon. Not yet. We're about 2 hours into the stream. There is no end in sight. But good news is we're almost done with this sheet, and I'll probably end the stream with this sheet because there's a whole other sheet right here. So there's no way I can do both today. And I still have quite a bit for this sheet. There's all this stuff for this sheet. So there's still plenty of things to do. But I don't think I can do the second sheet today. I was not anticipating this to be a 2-part stream. But that's okay. Just more time I can spend with you guys. Chatting. Guys like Paulo here. I know he follows me. And he also made a comment encouraging me to do the stream. So thank you, Paulo. I was kind of on the fence about doing this stream. And then he was very enthusiastic about wanting to watch this. So I said, okay, let's do it. So thank you, Pablo. Yeah, I need that encouragement sometimes, you know, because I've never done a body decal stream before. Normally this is something that I do quietly on my own while watching, you know, videos, and it'll take me the whole day. I've never really sat down and did a marathon decal application session before. Okay, so this one will be here. This one will be there. And then this one will be here. So let's do this one. The link English with the method. You have where? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Where did you send it? Did you put it in my community or community tab? I will definitely look for it. Whoa, I shouldn't be peeling this off and on so many times. I cannot see this line properly. There it is. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think Pablo's suggestion is going to be interesting. Being able to kind of place this and be able to move it around. I don't think I can do it on stream. I think it'll take too long to wait for it to dry and stuff like that. But it definitely seemed like something that's kind of an advanced technique that will work. It's painful cut it with scissors. Do you do it with knife? I would love to see you do it cut it with knife. I can't do that. I don't have the skill with a knife. It's actually so much easier for me to do it with scissors. Alrighty, so this piece will line up like that, hopefully. So the Tamiya decals are very precise and they're very durable, that is for sure. I think the problem is with the operator, which is me. I cannot blame the decals for not being perfect or anything like that. They are definitely above average decals compared to anything else out there. They're just hard to put on. Something like this. I can see how somebody would go crazy. Because I'm going crazy. Oh, goodness. Because some of these decals aren't meant to go on round body parts like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not supposed to turn and go around corners sometimes. So you just do the best you can. And if you stretch it, it'll completely be misaligned. And that's what's happening quite a bit for me. I would have to say this is probably so far the most challenging decal body set that I have ever built. And probably going to end up being my worst. In terms of alignment. I mean, I'll finish it and it'll look decent from afar. But if you look at it carefully, I think this is going to be one of the worst I've ever done. But like I said in the beginning, the only way you can get better is to be bad. I think it's going to be here. Yep. Take a sip of water. Sometimes I hold still and then it looks like my stream froze. That's funny. Pablo, if you're still there, what part of Brazil are you in? I might have asked you this before and I don't remember if I did and you told me the answer already. How is the community over there in terms of RC cars? Do you do any racing at all? So we share the big. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Do you do any racing at all, Pablo? I'm too far away. I did much better on this side than that. Oof, this is probably the hardest body I've done in terms of these giant pieces. Oh man, this is probably gonna kill me. Where are we? 26 and 27. 26 is right here. That should be this. It's just the grill, right? Yeah, it's just the grill. It doesn't include those right there, well, obviously. I think I can cut across here and not need to cut down into these voids here. This is a standalone piece, so it won't matter if I have some blank space here. There's nothing in between there, and it doesn't line up with anybody, so 26 is this side. So okay, I think this will be fine. Oh, Sao Paulo. Okay, okay. Tamiya GT3, nice. No, I like Mercedes in real life, but I don't like the GT3 bodies. I don't know why. I've seen the real thing in person. I just don't like it. I don't like the shape. I think I like something more squarish kind of thing. I just don't like the way it's like a spaceship looking thing. Alrighty. Thank you for the encouragement. Oh, what happened? Oh. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. I think I'm... oh, here it is. I thought I lost this piece. I would love to start a kit building club. My local hobby shop does have kit building groups, but for plastic models. Okay. But don't you have to cut a big hole for the engine if you're going to put it on an FW06? I have a racing body for the FW06, And there's this giant hole. It's like this big. It's like that big for the engine. I never cut it out. I haven't used the body yet. I haven't taken out the FW06 for like a few years. I bought the FW06 with the classic Camaro body. You know what I'm talking about? The light blue one. Actually, that was one of my very, very first unboxing videos on this channel. And I never used it. From day one, I bought a protoform body, and I used that because I didn't want to take that beautiful body out and run with it. Front and back sufficient engine. Too much. Okay. Okay, good. Definitely looking forward to seeing that. Okay, I probably messed this up, but I think Tamiya decals are like the perfect thickness. There's just enough stretch and durability. It's a good balance. Some decals are very brittle, other brands, and some are too stiff. I think the MST, for example, decals, they were just like thick, regular thickness decals, felt like. Okay, let's see where we are. Are we done? I think we're done here. 27. Yeah, I think we're done here. Let's see. Out the windows. Let me do everything on this sheet first, and then we'll go to the windows maybe tomorrow. Let's do that. Let's go with that strategy. So 28. Let's go with this. It skips. It goes to 27, and then it comes over here. Starts with 46. I'll just finish this. There's no reason to come here yet. You know, if I notice something gets close to the windows, I'll switch. But I want to finish this sheet. Yeah, I was saying about the like a kit building club. Now, I would love to host maybe like a TTO2 kit building. You know, have some kids or parents and just kind of build it all together, help them along. And I think that'll be kind of fun. The only thing is the cost, right? Because the TTO2 kit itself is not very expensive. But if you need to buy the servo, the transmitter receiver, the battery, and the charger, the cheapest I've ever been able to price a complete TTO2 is $300. And that is like low end stuff. Like nickel cadmium batteries, not even lipos. So that would be the only problem. I mean, I would love to get a sponsorship from like me a hobby shop or whatnot and kind of have that stuff, I don't want to say gifted, but like, you know, provided at a discount or something, and have them, you know, I mean, it'd be really cool if I can live stream it as well. And, you know, do something like that. I do have, yeah, that hobby shop that does the kit building, the model building club things. They're big enough. They have the facilities and they're well known enough that I think I can get, you know, a good group going and get enough people interested. The problem is they're not very big on Tamiya. I mean, they're big on like Traxxas, Axial, you know, just all the Horizon hobby stuff. And they have tons and tons of crawlers and stuff. But they're weak on, you know, touring cars. And anything, basically anything racing, they're not very big on. So that would be the only issue. And like they would, I don't even know if they have, they may have like 1 or 2 TTO2s, but you know, who knows? So if we can work out something where I'm talking about Pegasus Hobby, which is very close. Well, not only is it very close, but one of the closer hobby shops to me. They're the ones who host the model building clubs, I think monthly. It would be nice if they can perhaps provide a $300 all-in package or something like that. You know, includes the car, includes the servo, and whatever brand they want to, you know, include is fine as long TTO2 not very demanding. If they can come up with like a $300 package, and I don't need to make a profit. I do this for fun. You know, I don't need like, oh, make it $350 so I can make $50 a person. I don't need that. It'd be nice if I can stream it though. That would be cool. I don't want to say host a class or anything, but it would be cool if we can all get together and then have a live stream and then we build a TTO2 together. That would be really neat. Let's see, where are we? Okay, we just did 28. Okay, all right, 29. 29 is this right here. There's 2 of them. So 1 for each side. You know, if they can do that, that would be really cool. And they just kind of pay in advance. And then they show up. And everything is there. And they can choose from like a couple body shells. And then we can start off the session with like painting the body, cutting out the body and painting it. And then while that's drying, we'll start the kit. Something like that. I mean, we got to work it out. You got to work out the logistics. Or we can just do pre-painted bodies, you know. There are several TTO2s that have pre-painted bodies. Maybe we can start with those. That'll be probably the lowest like the easiest way to start. And my problem is I don't like being the person in charge. I don't like everybody calling me and asking me questions. I did that in the past. I think I'm past that stage in my life where I want to be responsible for organization. I want to just be the guy who shows up like everybody else. But I have the idea. I would love somebody else to execute the idea. I will definitely promote it and participate, but I don't want to be the guy who produces it and organizes it and stuff like that. I'll be the guy who shows up and help, you know, help everybody build their kit, but I don't want to be the one answering emails and you know, figuring out what time and how many people are going to be there and how many kits we need, stuff like that. I don't want to do that. That's just too many things that I have to think of, which I don't want to think about. I don't want that urgency, you know, I don't want that kind of stress. So that was 29. Let's try to find 30. If we can. 32 is up there. Where's 30? 30 and 31 is this little black piece. So I'm guessing I might have missed it somewhere. Or it's up in the window. Oh, it's here. I bet you, yeah, it's the two front pieces. It's that piece and that piece. So let's grab this. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pablo. Appreciate it. I hope they, you know, I use a lot of their photos for the thumbnails and stuff. I hope they don't mind. I hope they don't come in and say, you know what? Take down all those pictures. Because pretty much every single thumbnail I use is something I find on their on the website. Because you know, I don't build the kits in advance. I build it, you know, while I'm making the videos. So I don't have something to take pictures of. Especially live streams, obviously. Definitely don't have. Trying to find pliers. Not pliers. What are those things called? Tweezers. Here it is. Trying to find tweezers. Whoa. Okay. And let me just double check. That was 30, and 30 should be the one on the left. Yep. I think last month or the month before, I did have a hobby shop reach out, A-Main, to help. They did send me a bunch of stuff to because they started a TTO2 section, and I did promote it, and they sent me a bunch of stuff. It was good. I mean, it was. I have a lot of input, but I don't want to be that guy that tells a, you know, big company like that what to do. You know, I can I don't want to say, hey, you know what? You shouldn't have these products. You should have these products here. Yeah. I'd rather just be okay. That's great. Thank you for setting that up for the TTO2 community. Let me promote it. I can be that guy, but I don't want to be the guy who says, you know what, you should use these servos and you should list this, and because I don't know what their margin's going to be, what they want to promote and stuff like that. If they can't do something, they have to promote. They have to sell certain things at a certain price. Who knows? And I don't want to be that guy. If it's something already there, I'll be happy to promote it. I'll be more than happy to share it with everybody. I'll be happy to talk about it on the channel. But I definitely don't want to be the guy setting it up. I don't have that energy anymore. I'm getting too old for that kind of, like, organization. And, oh God, I can't get this in there straight. Be straight. Yeah, this is, like, I wish I was left-handed sometimes. That's probably going to be as good as it's going to get. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Where are we? We got 30 and 31, I believe. 32 is this Audi, and I think it's these two right here. These Audis up front. I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 53 in a couple months. Where's this line? I don't see this line that they have. Oh. I don't see that line at all. Well, I'll just have to eyeball it. Quattro. Where's the Quattro? Right here. 33. All right. Very cool looking car. Quattro 33. Where's 34? 36 is Recaro. 34 is BBS. Let's see. BBS could be here or it could be facing forward. Let's see. 34 indeed is facing forward. There goes the garage door again. I don't know if you guys can hear the garage door or not, but I can't control it. Right above this decal right here. I think it's right here. Let me just look at the picture real quick. Yep. Right around this corner. Oh. Okay. Did the best I could there. 36 is here, so 35 should be Recaro. No, that's 36. 36. Was that 35? $35 is Bosch, so this one right here. And Bosch is right between the grill. Da-da-da. Bosch is a good show. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. It's a police drama on Amazon Prime Video. Pretty good show. And even the spin-off with Maggie Q is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same writer. It still involves partly with the actor from Bosch. Even though it's a spin-off, he's still in it parts of the time. So I think they did a pretty good job kind of weaving it all together. 36 is Recaro. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button and also subscribe if you want. I try to do this as often as I can. This is the first time doing a decal stream, though. It's been interesting. A little bit nerve-wracking, because normally I kind of just do this, you know, leisurely and not worry too much and just take my time, you know. So this is a little bit stressful for me, and stuff like this bothers me. And so, yeah, I'm not. I mean, if the response is good, if I'm gonna get a lot of concurrent viewers, I'll just look at the stats when when it's over, and I'll put it up to a vote again the next time I have the opportunity. If you guys want to watch, I'll do it again. It's just very stressful for me. 34 on the 36. And what's 37? 37 is Bosch. It's right there. I don't have any Bosch tools, and I don't think I will buy any Bosch tools. I think there's just too many other brands to buy Bosch. Here in America, I mean, it's definitely an option. It's definitely an option. But I don't think they have the biggest product line here. And I don't think they have the best products here. From what I understand, their consumer products is not really their main focus. And the customer support isn't that great. That's what I've heard. I mean, I always feel like reputations are there's always some truth to it. So it makes me hesitant to get anything from Bosch. I'd rather go with an ecosystem that is as much as possible American. There really isn't anything American made. I mean, even Snap-on isn't. Not everything in Snap-on is made in America. So, plus I can't afford Snap-on. 37, 38 is Audi Sport. Let's see where that is. Should be in the back. Yep. All these bubbles and cracks will disappear if you don't have a heat gun. Ah, okay. I do have a heat gun. But I can just as easily leave it in the sun. We shall see. So this should be right above that line right there. Phew. Let's see. It should be right around here. I'm happy with that. And do you cut everything out with a knife, with a hobby knife? Even stuff like this? Would you use scissors or would you still use a knife? I mean, that's amazing to me that you can be that precise with a knife. Okay, not too bad. Doesn't have to be perfect. Audi Sport 38. 39 is the name. So do I want... which driver do I want? Actually, one is driver, one is navigator. So this is on the passenger. Well, I don't know if this is left-hand drive or right-hand drive, actually. I've never seen a picture where the driver, you can actually see the driver. All the windows are very tinted in the real pictures. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't do this right now because I don't have the window. I don't have the window thing done. It goes here somewhere, but you know what? I'm gonna save that for another time. I will save that until I have done the windows, and that's why they have their sequence. That's fine. 40 and 41. I'm going to try to finish this before I end the stream, so let's see what we can do. I think 40 was the name, right? No, 39. Or just two different drivers. Maybe there's just two different drivers. Yeah, maybe it's two different drivers. Okay, anyway, 39, 40, 41 is Audi Quattro, so it should be right here. I'll just cut everything out while I'm here. Okay. I don't think that line's supposed to be there. Yeah, I don't see it in the artwork. So I'm in the diagram. So I don't think it's there. What time is it over there, Pablo? I'm just curious. But when mentioning the decals, it's because I think it would be great if pre-cut. Of course, if they're pre-cut, it'll be great. The stickers have an amazing quality. Yeah, for sure. I would love pre-cut. I've mentioned so many times that it's bad. I wish these were pre-cut. But it does actually add an element of skill to it. So basically, it makes the kit more, I don't want to say more valuable, but you can get more out of it because of it. You know what I mean? Like, for $130, whatever it is, for a kit nowadays, the more you have to do, the more you get to do, the better value it becomes, right? I think this Bosch sticker should be a little bit more forward, but that's okay. I think that will be fine. That looks pretty straight. Yeah, I think I'm pretty close. All right. And pre-cut Tamiya decals would be amazing. I imagine the sheets will be bigger because they can't print so close together, but like I said, you know, it's part of the skill. Or maybe like the pre-painted bodies come with pre-cut decals, so you have that option. And then the regular kits will still have, you still have to cut it out yourself. Maybe that would be a good compromise. No. No, I don't want it touching. I don't want this cue to be touching the red line. So let's see. All right. It keeps shifting when I move my finger across. So we'll just go with it. Yeah, that's fine. Audi Quattro. 37, 41. Let's see where 42 is. What is 42? Is this black one. This black one, it's in the back. It's right here. All right, here we go. We are almost 3 hours in. So I think I'll probably be about a 3.5 hour stream today. I think we can finish the rest in about half an hour. I hope it's not going to take another hour to do the other decals. I don't think it will. Like I said, I will do another stream to finish all the decals. Today I'm going to finish this sheet. Okay. Which I think I can accomplish. Audi makes amazing cars, but I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of European cars, pretty much. Period. I'm talking about real life. Well, first of all, they're very expensive, right? Plus, I like American cars. I've had a Jeep or a Dodge for the last 10 years. Yeah. 2016 is when I got the Challenger, and then I had a Grand Cherokee and another Grand Cherokee. So I like. Oh, and before that, I had a Grand Cherokee. There's a gap where I had a Honda, but pretty much I've had one Nissan, Hondas, and Jeep Mopar. Jeep Dodge. That's it. I've never driven a Toyota. I've never driven a Ford. And when I say driven, I mean like own. I've never owned any of those cars besides the ones I mentioned. That was 42. What's 43? 43 is Goodyear. And it should be... Is it in the back again? Yeah, Goodyear's the one in the front bumper. Let's see where they line up. They line up to that part right there, I think. So right around there. Let me trim these a little bit. Tighter. Let me send a really quick text message real quick. I'm just going to mute and then I'll be right back. Please hold on. You know what? Let me take this opportunity to take a quick break. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got a refill on my water. Quick bathroom break. So let's continue. Where are we at? Goodyear, right here. And this one is here, right? Let's do this end. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's so crooked. Oh, God, that's ugly. That is so crooked. Okay. Alrighty. Start throwing stuff away again. Because I would have never found that if I didn't flip these over. Let's see. That is pretty good. Alright. Okay, and where are we at? So that was 42, right? That was 43 on both sides, so now it's 44. The big Goodyear should be right here on the doors. Okay, this will line up a little bit behind the Recaro. So it should be right around here, I think. Right around there. I think that would be good. That would be Goodyear. All right. Same thing, right? And a little bit behind Recaro. And yeah. Okay, not too bad. Best I could do. Well, let's take a look at it real quick. It's pretty nice. It looks pretty good so far. If you don't get it too carefully, it looks great. And where are we? 45 are the big numbers, I think. Oh, and then we got this one. 45 is just going to be door, and then hood, I believe. Yep, door, hood. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So I gotta make room for the exhaust pipe and those two decals. So let me look at how big this is. That's a Norelco right there, right? 68. 68. That is, we'll just say 2 centimeters. So I gotta move this all the way in. A little bit higher. I think that will be good. It's 18 millimeters. 18 millimeters. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Okay. I wish I peeled a little bit off already, but I didn't. So let's do that again. So it's definitely a little bit off this bottom line. And it's very close to that top line, so this should actually be higher. And 18 centimeters. So I think this will be pretty close. Might be a little too close. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little bit too close for me. So let's try there. Okay. And let's see, how straight is it? This is not straight at all. So let's just try like right here. The pipe will go right there. I think there'll be enough room for the pipe. And this is just a little bit above the gray line there, and this is not touching that. Close, but not too close to Bosch, and there should be plenty of room for Norelco here. Yeah. Okay. Now, is this straight up and down? I think it could be a little bit straighter. Okay. I'm happy with that. Number 4. All right. Okay. Let's take a look. Oh, this is not flat. And this is close to Bosch. And something like this. It's close to the bottom line there. And it's pretty straight. That side's a little bit higher, so let's get a little bit higher. Okay, is that straight? Ta-da. And let's see if there's enough room for Norelco. It looks like there is. Okay. And I think that's pretty reasonable. All right. Okay. Now for the hood. All right, here we go. It's going to be a little bit tricky because I haven't drilled the holes yet. I haven't drilled the body holes yet. It's going to be an eyeball job for sure. Where's the ruler? This is definitely just eyeballing, not even remotely trying to make this exact. I am basically just leaning back and doing my best to guess. But this looks pretty good to me. Let's see, actually, we can make this 33. Oh. Okay. It's a little bit deceptive because, I mean, because this side should probably be a little bit closer. And the hole's there, the hole's here. If I come down a little bit. At some point, I'm just going to say send it. We're almost there. I think we're there. All right. That wasn't too bad. I think that looks okay. Probably not perfect. Do we have anything else? Let's find out what this stripe is. This is probably going to be the last decal. Is this even a decal? That looks like it's not anything. Yeah, it's not here. It's not numbered either. Is it on the wing? Oh, there's no decals on the wing. I think this is just like these three, or just for like a display case or something, or a stand or something. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. I'm gonna pop this little bubble right here. And hopefully it'll go away. Kind of like popping a pimple. You'll still get a blemish, but at least it's not staring right at you. Okay, I think I did the best job that I could. And I also did as much as I could today. I think if I keep going, I'm going to start making mistakes. So I'm going to call the stream here, and then we'll catch up maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll definitely finish in the second stream, and hopefully it doesn't take that long on the second stream to finish. But yeah, I think I'm done for today. So it's been three hours and about 15 minutes or so. So I think that's pretty good. I think 4 hours is no. I think I did a stream that was like 5 hours, but that really took everything out of me. And I think it'll take more than 5 hours to finish the rest of these. Because just look at these, and these guys, and these guys. These big ones will go fast, like this stuff and that. But look at these window ones. That's going to take a while. Ooh, windshield wiper. Okay. So we'll just call it right here. If you hung out to the end, I want to thank you. We'll pick this up again tomorrow, and I'll schedule it on YouTube so you'll see it, and hopefully you can join me tomorrow again. All right, so you guys have a good evening, good afternoon, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.